So I guess I could do that. Good afternoon. Good to be here. My name is Mukesh Chatter. I'm CEO and co-founder of LCM Energy. Professor Kripa Varanasi at MIT is also co-founder with me, and former dean of Harvard Business School, Professor Nitin Noria, is an investor and strategic advisor. So I'll talk more about the renewables. As you know, the whole conference, whole day today, we have been talking about renewables and how that is going to be the next big thing, or it's happening thing. Interesting thing is that, as you know, solar and wind are intermittent. They don't guarantee that they will be available by nature. I mean, I'll ask a question. Would you consider driving a car not having the fuel gauge? You don't know how far can you go. You don't know how much fuel there is in the car. Well, it's the same problem with intermittent energy. You have exactly the same issue. You don't know where it is. Would you want to be on a cruise ship if it was running on batteries or solar power, and without the batteries, you wouldn't know where we are? So that's a big issue. So viable green economy, the bottom line is viable green economy depends on renewables plus energy storage. Without those two together, basically they don't exist. It's not viable, it will be a support function. The challenge has been, how do you get the energy storage combined with the renewables? So far, the energy storage that's available, as you know, is primarily either lithium-ion, which is expensive, highly flammable, but does offer the high performance, or you have non-lithium-ion solutions, which are basically low performance, take a lot of space, and are not cost effective either. So the choice is between those two, especially in the warmer climates like Middle East, or anything 25 degrees, basically north or south of equator. This is a real issue. As the temperature rises, the flammability of the lithium, for example, is a real challenge. I'm sure you've seen, for example, the ship going down, Felicity Ace, with $400 million loss. Another ship recently went down, which was running with lithium cars in there. You've seen a lot of news about grid storage catching fires at all different places, including California, New York, and many other places. So the issue is, lithium-ion based batteries are not viable at the end of the day for shipping, for large-scale grid installation. They work fine in cars. Occasionally they catch fire, but that's the risk we all take, and things like those. So the question, the choice is the critical limitation at the end of the day. Either renewables will stay as a supporting function to the primary electricity deliverable, and the dream of the green energy will stay as more of a support function and not real, or it has to transform by having the appropriate storage, which is non-expensive, is non-flammable, and is non-toxic. So that's what we are bringing to the table as LCM. I'm sorry, I have to keep looking back. I don't have it in front of me. So once it's enabled at the end of the day, once you have a battery which can combine actually with the solar power or wind power, you have a big advantage, because now the cost basically is a lower basis. And once it's enabled, then there's unprecedented transformational opportunity. Because if you could basically have 24/7 electricity, which is low cost and is non-flammable, at the end of the day, that is the minimum necessary requirement for renewable to work and the greening of economy. And that's the key. So this is what we are bringing to the table. LCM Energy, I mentioned, we started 8.5 years ago in conjunction with MIT, Professor Kripa Varanasi. We are completely non-flammable battery. Today, we cost about 2/3 of lithium-ion battery. We expect it to go down to about 1/3 of lithium-ion in next 18 months. Our production is expected to start in 18 months. At this point, our product has been tested in the lab by a mega utility, a very large utility, and we passed with flying colors. So this is not a pie-in-the-sky hypothetical thing. This is a real product. And what it allows you to do, as you could see with LCOS stands for levelized cost of storage. And we actually are able to do by running one cycle a day under 5 cents per kilowatt hour. Running 2 cycles a day, it will be about 2.5 cents, and next generation product will actually enable you to get closer to a penny. Think about it. Grid storage is about 8 cents today, and this is distributed, really enabling the greening of the economy. When it's distributed, it's also not prone to cyber attacks, for example. It's also not prone to issues that affect the grid. So it's truly a transformational product at the very foundation of the green economy. So it's, as I mentioned, inherently safe chemistry. We have a number of patents on it, and its a discharge duration is anywhere from 4 to 100 hours. We can charge it much faster. Its applications are across the board. First product supports grid storage and shipping. Second product will support two-wheelers, and the next gen product after that supports EV. But the core technology remains the same. And then as far as once the cost goes lower, as with our batteries, the advantage is it attracts all kinds of new industries. When the power-intensive industries, what matters the most is the cost of electricity. When it comes down to, for example, metal processing, you're looking at green steel, for example. You're looking at green aluminum. You're looking at green hydrogen. Everybody here is talking about green hydrogen. But the truth is, green hydrogen is economically unviable unless the cost of electricity comes down. So that's the promised renaissance that actually doesn't exist unless there's a guaranteed 24/7 low-cost electricity, and that's exactly what we are bringing to the table. So in short, I can tell you that we have finished the first set of products. We are in we already have pre-orders worth about $2 billion. Demand is not the problem for what we are delivering, because that's the foundation of greening of economy. It's the supply is the issue. And we are working on partnering with third-party manufacturing in the United States, and expect to have the product rolling off in the first half of 2025 in a high volume with a 50 gigawatt hour plant. So that's where we are. We are looking for partners in terms of deployment as renewables, and clearly Saudi Arabia is at the forefront of it, and especially the hotter climate and the arid climate. This region in the world will have probably the lowest cost of electricity anybody can have, enabling the transformation. So we are working with partners. We have customers in different parts of the world who are signed up with pre-orders, including shipping company as well, and an electric vehicle company. And we are looking, and I'm here later today and looking forward to meeting those who are interested in partnering. So thank you so much.